Hey y'all, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and here it is. This is the third film in the series that is the most hated, but I find it misunderstood. I do like this film, seeing it again after, I heard the commentary a couple months ago, and it's one film that I do not understand the hate for. Yeah, hate comments aren't going to distract me. It's not going to change my mind. I do like Blade Trinity. Why? Well, let's see. It's still R rated, just like the first two films. I do like these two new characters, Whistler's daughter and Hannibal, played by Jessica Biel and Ryan Reynolds. I do like them in the film. I don't think they were annoying. I like some of the action in the film. I don't mind Parker Posey as a vampire. I think she's pretty sexy. She's an independent actress, and I do like her. Triple H, yeah, he was kind of thrown in there because he was big in WWE at the time, and yes, I admit, the flaws. One of the flaws is Dominic Purcell as Dracula. He doesn't work. He looks like a bodybuilder, and he doesn't have any screen presence as Dracula. But despite the hate this film gets, it's still entertaining to me. It did not bore me to tears like Fantastic Four 2015 edition. It didn't bore me like the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, which were like 2.5 hours. This is 2 hours and 3 minutes. It's still shorter than that. The tone was consistent. Yeah, it tried to be funny, try to be more of a horror action comedy, just to lighten the mood. It's the third in the series, just like they did with Spider-Man 3. But it didn't like depress me like Man of Steel did. I feel this is insanely underrated. I'm not kidding. A lot of people hate this movie. They called it one of the worst comic book movies ever made. Really? This is worse than Superman 4? This is worse than the new Fantastic Four film? This is worse than Elektra and Catwoman? Or the Hulk, which was boring as hell and it was much longer than this movie? Mm-mm. I will defend this film. I like the commentary with Jessica Biel, Ryan Reynolds, and producers and the crew. And I know David S. Goyer directed this. He wrote most of the Dark Knight films, all three of Nolan's Batman films, and yes, he did write the script for Man of Steel. But I could forgive him for this. This is one thing that he hasn't written in years, and that's an R-rated script. Yeah, R-rated. Still R-rated. It's not like they turned this into a PG-13 mess. It's not like they censored it and it was cut. Unrated version, yeah, it's basically just some scenes that they added. But I don't mind Jessica Biel. A lot of people hate her. I think she's beautiful. She has some decent screen presence. I like that she's feisty. She's like a no nonsense girl that can kick ass, unlike Megan Fox. Ryan Reynolds, I never hated him. I used to watch him on a show back in the 90s or the early 2000s called Two Guys in a Pizza Place. I saw that show when I was a kid, and I never hated it. And by the way, Ryan Reynolds is going to be an awesome Deadpool. I can feel it in my bones. That movie's going to be done well. It's going to give the character justice. It's going to be R-rated and the most rebellious movie of next year. I guarantee you that. The only thing in that movie that's turning me off is the CGI blood, which this doesn't do that. It still doesn't skip on the gore. Yes, I think the first two films are better, but I don't hate this as a third installment. There's things I preferred here than in the second one. It didn't have, team members that they just threw in there to give Blade some help. And like they have these two actors which are young at the time, and I like them in the film. I didn't like Lenore Varela in the second film. Ron Perlman, good actor, but he was kind of like on and off with his character. But I do like this film. It's well paced. It doesn't take an hour for something to happen. Is shot well. Wesley Snipes said you could tell his ego got in the way. Wesley, this is not the worst film you did. You also did Expendables 3, which was shit to the 10th power. It had some horrible CGI. It was boring, and it had a team that didn't give a fuck about you. And by the way, if you're an actor, no matter what movie you've done, whether you've done that one, or that one, or that one, or this one, or this one, or this one, or this one, you have to put your ego to the side. No, you're not. No one is above, the director or the producers or the writers or the production team or the freaking set designers, makeup effects. You gotta be humble. I know this is not. I'm not trying to preach here or anything, but if you humble yourself, other people will see that you're worth working with. That's what Wesley Snipes didn't get in this film. He's like, I'm top billing. These two people, I don't want them in the movie. They suck. I don't want I'm the star of this movie. Yeah, Wesley, you were. But after this, they did a TV series, which I did enjoy, with Sticky Fingers, who I thought was good for the TV show. Only thing that sucked in that show mainly was the ending and some of the some of the foreign cast. But other than that, that was a decent TV show. I don't hate this movie. Egos to the side, I still enjoy this film for what it is. I know a good guy, Cole, here on YouTube. He's on the Sausage Factory. He said that he's one of the few guys that doesn't hate this film. I don't hate it. For a vampire film, it kicks the crap out of any of the Twilight films that are pussified PG-13 garbage with bad CG, bad acting, bad writing, bad directing, bad freaking pacing. I mean, nothing happens. At least here, something happens, and I can take that. Is it one of my favorite Marvel films? No, not even close. But I feel it's one of the most underrated and one of the most hated that I don't think deserves it. I'm sorry. And I'm not kidding. I do like this film. I'm sick of people bitching about movies like this and that one right there, Age of Ultron, which I love, and I'm not going to defend myself for. I'm not going to be like when I do my favorite films of the year. I'm going to tell you why over and over again. But hey, this is not a rant. I do like this film. It has some problems. I'm definitely going to say that, but I don't hate the movie. I will defend it because it's not the worst film I've ever seen. Not even in my top bottom 100. Anyway, guys, a couple of things I had to get off my chest. I haven't been on YouTube for a couple of days, so bear with me. The weather's been really crazy. It's been raining here like crazy. It's been cold. It went from 70 degrees to like 50 degrees. So, the weather didn't do anything for my sinuses. And, well, I do these videos for you guys because you guys are great. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. I know I'm going to get some negative reviews for this, but I don't care. I like this film. A lot of people do hate it. I understand that. But hey, a lot of people hated Green Lantern, and I still like that, and I'll review that someday. But anyway, thanks guys for watching. You guys are great. Thanks for sticking by me, and thanks for subscribing. You newcomers here to YouTube, you guys are awesome. My channel is getting a cult following, and I'm so glad because when I started, I only had 3 subscribers, and now I have 171. That brings a smile to my face that something money can't buy. So thanks for that, guys. See you in the next one.